Hello and welcome to Destination Central's first episode of 2013. I'm Monique Wanner and today we are in the beautiful Bay of Plenty looking at ways of investing in your home and lifestyle. Do stay tuned as we've got a fantastic prize pack to give away at the end of the show. Since 2007, Michael Humphrey has been designing and manufacturing quality furniture from recycled timber. Today we take a look through his workshop and a peek at his work. Now you have a beautiful gallery here. How long have you been doing this for?
In New Zealand I've been manufacturing furniture for 6 years now.
What sort of a lifespan does solid wood furniture have and what's involved in the maintenance?
The lifespan of the furniture is what it's up to you how you look after it. I mean, obviously timber will last forever. I mean, as it does in the house basically until it's knocked down and I use it for furniture. And in regards to looking after, that really depends on what sort of finish you end up having on your table. If you tend to have an oiled or a wax finish, then there's obviously a certain amount of maintenance involved, whereas if you have a lacquer on there, then it's just a general wipe with a damp cloth.
What made you start working with timber and what are some of the best qualities compared with other resources?
Oh, I think it's just that it's a natural resource really, and I tend to work mainly with the recycled timbers only because prior to me having this business it was always known as a recycled business at this property. So I've just sort of carried that on but tried to take it a bit more to the next level to get the finish up better and just a higher quality to the piece of furniture. Because you do, with recycled timber products, a lot of them tend to be put together fairly good, but there's obviously a bit more finishing that could be done on some of these items to make them look even better.
Tell us about some of the more memorable projects that you've been a part of.
Well, I suppose they're all memorable really, because every time I'm making a piece it's sort of memorable at that time, and it's also for that particular client. So yeah, so I mean, every time I think of that client, I remember that piece that I actually made for them. And it might not just be one piece, there might be 2 or 3 pieces made for that particular client as well. So they're all memorable as far as that's concerned.
And tell us about the process that you take with each client and how you achieve a desired result.
Well, the client will generally come in and well, either he'll have an idea of what he particularly wants, or he won't have an idea and I'll have to end up doing a sketch, a drawing, or going out with the client to his premises, having a look, seeing what other pieces he's got within the house, and trying to go from there.
And where can we find Country Originals?
You can find Country Originals on 514 Cambridge Road in Tauranga, or else you can go to my website, which is www.countryoriginals.co.nz.
And how else can you be contacted?
Or you can contact me by mobile, which is 021 262 0133, or you can email me on info@countryoriginals.co.nz.
Fantastic, thank you so much for your time, Michael.
Thank you very much.
So if you're in the market for some custom-built furniture, you know the man for the job. And right next door is Kevin McArdle, wood sculptor, responsible for these amazing pieces of art. So Kevin, how long have you been a sculptor and has it always been with wood?
Yeah, I've been a sculptor for nearly 20 years now. 15 of that I've been professional. It's really wood's the only medium that I've really had an interest in. Mainly because of what you can do with a piece of wood, the shapes you can get out of it, the textures you can apply to it. Predominantly I'm using New Zealand kauri as a timber, which I can get in big sizes, and I can make full-size pieces of artwork out of single pieces of wood. I don't have to laminate pieces together, which would give you lines and would actually detract a little bit from the realistic look of the piece of work.
And which sculpture subjects do you enjoy the most?
Mainly I like things that are Kiwi related. I like to reflect the Kiwi lifestyle, and I think you can do that quite well through clothing as well, because it's a very personal thing to most people, and it's a reflection of who they want to portray themselves to be to the world, if you like. So clothing particularly, I think, is probably what I'm known best for.
And do you take on commissioned or made-to-order work?
Yeah, a lot of what I do is commissioned. I do commissions from New Zealand and overseas, but I tend to run more like a carving business in that I'll carve anything from a 21st key to a trophy to a sign to a piece of artwork. So I'm quite flexible in what it is that I can do.
How much time and effort would one of these pieces take? Give us an example.
Most of the bigger pieces, the jackets and things, you're looking at 5 to 6 weeks. For something like a stockman's coat and hat, you're getting more up to the 2 months, 8 weeks to complete it. And because it's all done by hand with chisels, and then it's all hand sanded, and then after that it's textured as well, so there's quite a long involved process. It is quite slow, but it's about being methodical and doing whatever it takes to get that realistic look at the other end. And so it's something that can't be rushed, so yeah.
And what sort of cleaning and maintenance does this art form need?
Most of my finishes are polyurethane or sanding sealer finishes, which is a hard finish. Because a lot of this does end up going overseas, you can't rely on people to maintain oil finishes. So I put a hard finish onto it, which means all you have to do is keep it dusted. There's no ongoing maintenance required with it. It's just best to keep them out of direct sunlight, as you would with any sort of wood product, really.
Now, you've done some work in conjunction with Michael. Can you tell us a bit about this?
We like to do specific one-off furniture pieces where part of the piece of furniture is actually sculpture and the other piece is a functional piece of furniture. So you can see that with the tables. The umbrella table is probably quite a good example of that, and that the leg is the umbrella. And then it's a conventional table after that. The violin table's similar to that. It's probably a little bit more functional in that it's got a drawer in it, so that you can put all your stuff away in the drawer and you can use the drawer, but it still looks like a piece of artwork, but it's something that's quite functional.
And this is something that you really need to see in person. So where can we view your art and what are your contact details?
Yeah, well, you can see it at 514 Cambridge Road. I'm at Country Originals. And I also have a website, kevinmccardlesculptor.com, which you can access and view photos of different pieces of work. But basically it's best to come into the gallery and have a look and see the stuff in person, and you get a much better idea of what it looks like and the 3D effect of it, so, as opposed to just looking at it from a photograph on a website.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin, for showing us your amazing art.
No problem at all.
So there you have it, two beautiful wood-based businesses in the same gallery. So make sure you pop over for a well worth it visit at 514 Cambridge Road. In keeping with our home investment theme, we are next looking at Pacifica Garden Centre and asking their advice on simple ways to add value to your home. Hi Lorraine, tell us about your fantastic range here at Pacifica.
Hi Monique. Well, we cater for all tastes in gardening. We have some subtropical plants through to native plants, also sculptures, a lot of good pots, even just for potting up plants or just for garden decoration.
So you recommend flora as a great way to add value to your home?
Definitely, yes. I was once told by a land agent that it can add at least $10,000 to $15,000 to the price of your home. So it is worthwhile getting good plants.
And you can also offer landscaping advice.
Well, we will go out and do an on-site consultation. We would advise as to what plants would best suit you, but it's your choice in the long run as to what you choose, but we will help you decide as to the best plants for that situation.
What types of plants do you have here?
Well, we have plants for coastal areas, which is peppermoa, that's where we are situated. Things that will grow in the sand right on the beach. We also have a lot of customers who come from Te Puke, Katikat, even Tauranga, and so we have something for everybody.
And can you give us some advice of low maintenance plants, perhaps for investment properties?
Well, you could go to some of your natives. They are very easy care, don't take much looking after. Flaxes, cabbage trees, the cordyline, succulents, anything like that.
Now I've seen some beautiful sculptures around the place. Can you explain these to me?
Yes, Monique, they are beautiful. They are made by a local chap, he and his wife. They are handmade, and very, very reasonably priced and very light. They're not solid concrete, and he uses a special mix.
And a great idea is the playground that you have here.
Yes, we do. We have a children's playground here, which has its own hobbit house, a slide, and a lovely, lovely big willow tree for people to sit under and have picnics.
Sounds lovely. Now, Pacifica is not just a garden centre. What else do you offer here?
Well, we have a delightful cafe situated just on the edge of the garden centre. We also have a very, very nice shop which stocks unusual gifts and a nice line of clothing and jewellery.
So where can we come to see you?
We are in Tara Road at Papamoa, and we are open 7 days a week, 8:30 till 5.
And how can we get in contact with you?
You can phone us on 07 542 0190.
Great, well thank you so much for your time, Lorraine. So I hope you found some inspiration here at Pacifica Garden Centre. There is so much to see, and it's definitely an idea to pass through around lunchtime. Their cafe smells delicious. This next stop is for a little light shopping to invest in your wardrobe. We speak to Deb about her store, Hula. Hi Deb, you have a beautiful store here. How long have you owned the business?
7 months, so just enough time to get into the swing of things for summer.
So tell us about the range and the products that you sell in store.
We stock various amount of ranges, so we've got Wish, Seduce, Zafina. In terms of the men's stuff, we've got St. Goliath, and we stock Wrangler jeans, both men and women. We've got bikes. Our cruiser bikes are quite a big seller for us. We are the only stockists of these ranged here in town.
What brands would you say would be the best sellers?
I'd say Wish in the women's is our biggest seller, and Is That So men's tees or Moko men's tees are the big sellers. Moko's a local designer, so he goes really well with cruise ships and our locals as well. And the women, yep, they just love the Wish brand. It's really popular. We are the only stockers here at the moment as well. So.
And tell us, what sort of items are more investments that will last through the fashion seasons?
Probably our more expensive pieces. So Sabin bags for the ladies, they're definitely up there in price, but well worth the spend. So they, you know, you get your small tillies, which start around about your $220, and then you can go up to your bigger bags, which are anything sort of $350 upwards, but definitely bags that are lasting quality and in their style. And the peppy jeans, both men and women, up there in price, but comfort is huge, and just a contemporary style that is always there, and people are always commenting on them, so they're a great one for us.
There's nothing like a well-fitting pair of jeans.
Nope, and Peppies fit that.
And tell us about the beautiful range of jewellery that you have here.
We've got some Dannon jewellery, so that's Israeli handmade jewellery, which is really cool. It's gold and silver plated, that goes really well. Different styles, they touch on pieces of, you know, love hearts or peace doves or gems, but really beautiful and contemporary. And then just like the necklace that I've got on, we've got Pam Kerr, so she's really good with her initial necklaces, which move for us at the moment. Just everybody coming in, picking their daughter's name or their name, or something that's significant, and putting it on a necklace, either a long or a short chain. So they've been really good movers for us.
Now, being based at the Mount, is there a high demand for fashion all throughout the year, or does it dry off a bit in winter?
To be honest, our customers are local or come in from your Palmerston Norths or Wellington, Taupo, that kind of thing, Hamilton. So they're local people anyway, so it's not as though we dry completely in the winter. It's fairly steady the whole way through, and summer just becomes insane, but that's all good.
Where can people learn a bit more about Hula?
Our website is www.hula.co.nz. We are in the process of building that to be an online store, so you will be able to go shopping. It's definitely been a bigger job than we'd anticipated, but yeah, we hope to get pictures up on there and have it as a fully e-commerce site. Certainly for the clothing, perhaps not the jewellery at this point. And yeah, it's got all our contact details, map and phone numbers on there as well.
And how else can customers get in touch with you?
Through the website. So there will be, this is something that's being built at the moment as well, just a little online widget where you'd be able to just kind of type an online question and it'll come automatically to my phone, so I'll be able to answer. Alternatively, you can get hold of us on our telephone number, which is 07572 3625.
So whereabouts are you located?
Mount Maunganui, 198 Maunganui Road. It's right on the main street, next door to Gusto Cafe.
Well, thank you so much for that, Deb.
Thanks.
Well, there are definitely some gorgeous clothes in there that I want. I'll be going back to see Deb this weekend. Love those jeans. Surf's always up here at Mount Maunganui Beach, and we're lucky enough to be getting a lesson from Mount Maunganui Surf Academy. So let's go get prepped with Andy. Hi Andy, how's it hanging? So tell us, how long have you been surfing for?
I've been surfing for 19 years.
And what made you start your own business?
I started my own business, otherwise I was going to have to get a real job.
So tell me, what process do you use to teach beginners how to surf?
I use a two-part process where you actually learn to surf called prone surfing, laying down first. And basically this, it makes you catch the wave first and then you have to stand up. It's very important with surfing that you always catch the wave first.
Now something I might have a bit of an issue with, do you need to have a certain degree of fitness to be able to surf?
Not really, as long as you've got a general kind of fitness, I can usually get most people up and standing.
And is that sort of like a guarantee that you definitely get people up and standing?
Not for a long ride, but usually for a couple of seconds.
Can you explain to us the different kinds of surfboards? Some are quite long and then others are short, for example.
When you need to start surfing, you need to start riding on a long board. These are really easy to stand on and make it easy to get up and ride in. The short boards are for more performance and doing lots of turns and when you're more advanced.
And what sort of people do you see through the surf school? They tend to be pretty young these days, or? I
get a mixture. It tends to be kind of teenage girls seem to be really interested in having surf lessons. Boys try to tend and teach themselves and then eventually do come for a lesson. I've actually taught some people from Australia who are over 60 and they had an absolute blast, and I actually had to tell them to calm down because they were too excited.
Do you find learning a sport such as surfing a good investment for the summer?
It is, because it's just a great sport to be out in the sunshine and enjoying yourself. When most people come along for a lesson, they absolutely love it and they leave with what I call the surfer's smile.
Where can people go to get more information on surfing?
You can start going to find information if you go to the Surfing New Zealand website. They have lots of information. I think they've just done a video about how to start and get into surfing. And make sure if you're going to go surfing, use a registered Surfing New Zealand school who have ISA qualified instructors. That is the International Surfing Association.
And you have your own website, do you?
I've got my website, which is www.surflessons.co.nz. I have a Facebook page, and you can just phone me or email me through there.
And how else can people get in contact with you?
If you want to call me, you can call me on 0211 50 23 70, or you can email me on andycollins72@aol.com.
Fantastic. Thanks, Andy. I'll let you get back to your lesson.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Well, that looks like a lot of fun. Something different and definitely challenging. I'm up for the next lesson, or maybe 6. Where you live in life is so important, and there's a huge difference between a house and a home. We're here at Omakaroa Views about to meet Robin Bly, who believes he's got the perfect place for you. So Robin, what can you offer here at Omakaroa Views? Can you condense it for us?
Yes, Omakaroa Views is broken up into 2 different categories. We have the family sites, which are just sections that people can buy and build whatever they like, providing they meet the covenants which protect the values of the area. And those sections are usually for families or people with, who are keen gardeners. Whereas the village green is a complex of its own. It's a private road and it offers a private park, the village green, in the middle. And that green is available to all the residents, and that will have the seating which is in now and the walkways and some specimen trees, but it'll also have fruit trees. And when the different trees fruit, the residents can actually come and pick those fruit for themselves. If they want a lemon for the fish or for the gin, then they can do that.
And what is the process you take with each individual client?
Well, the first thing to do, of course, when they inquire about Omakaroa Views is to come and have a look at the place, which is the best thing they can do, because once they get here, they'll realise what we're actually trying to achieve and what the village green offers. and failing that, they can visit the website, which is amokaroaviews.co.nz. So that would be another way of finding out what we've got, as we have quite a range of plans in the village green. There's 12 on the website, and we can explain how those ones fit into the village green, because as the sections are a little changed in shape, as they vary in shape, there's different houses designed for the village green. Whereas the village green is a private area, and all the houses will be kept in a similar vein, not similar colours, but similar vein, so they tie in together. And all the houses are single story on flat sites, which is important, I think, for people who have found that sloping sites are not exactly what they want anymore. The houses range in size from 2 bedrooms up to 3 bedrooms, up to 180 square metres, and they're all brick and tile, so they're virtually maintenance free on the exterior, and all the insides are, can be colour coordinated by our colour coordinator, who is available to give personal assistance with that, or the client can choose themselves. Failing that, they can also change the plans to suit their own needs. So that may be something that they may wish to do. They might want to expand it or contract it, or they see a plan that they like but want to change it to adapt for the section they've chosen. Some of the sections have magnificent views of the inner harbour, but all have views of Aotearoa in some way or another. One of the things about this area is when you look out and see the different colours of greens, it's amazing. There's so many different shades of green, and as the seasons change, they change with it. And we also get, from a lot of them, grand views of the Kaimai Ranges in the sunsets.
And tell us about the beautiful show home that we're in. Can you explain what sets it apart?
Well, I think the comments that we're getting are the unique designs that have been brought into basically not what is not a huge home, but offers the little reading nook as you enter the entranceway, and also in the kitchen it's very much an open outdoor-indoor feel that people are very, very impressed with. And most people think it's bigger than what it actually is in size. So the 180 square metres feels bigger than that, and that's a lot to do with the designer who has put some real thought into the show home and all the homes that he's designed for the village green. And people can get ideas off other houses and incorporate them, but this one here, the comments we're getting are excellent, and it's well worth coming to see them.
And how can people get in contact with you?
Now they can either go on the website, once again I'll say www.aotearoaviews.co.nz, and follow the website and email me, or they can find my phone number on there as well. That is 0274 578899 for my mobile, or 07575 65 65, and we'd love to see them.
Well, thank you, Robin, so much for your time.
You're most welcome.
So if you're in the market for a new place to live, be sure to get in touch with Robin. He's open Monday, Wednesday, Fridays and Sundays from 11 till 3 p.m. Well, that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed seeing what the Bay of Plenty has to offer your home and lifestyle. Make sure you enter today's competition, and I'll see you again next week.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.